vehicle accident, you may be entitled to compensation. Are you also going through a divorce? Are you fighting over the custody of a child, yours or someone else's you're trying to claim as yours? Have you invented a contraption that needs a patent? Have you also injured yourself in the workplace? Have you lived in Southeast Los Angeles on January 14th, 2022? Are you going through inheritance disputes? Do you have mold in your apartment? Are you a victim of false advertisement? Are you the victim of discrimination? Did you enter into a contract under false pretenses? Are you having suicidal thoughts? Are you experiencing nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, or diarrhea? Are you hungry? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Just kidding! If all of these situations, not some, have occurred to you, then call Jacob and Myers and Bronson and Murphy and Colin and Harris and Cindy and Marius! And Winkler and Forrest and Johnson and Bethany and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan at 555555555555555.
Hi, I'm a real person. When I was driving and I didn't notice the ice cream truck run the red light because I was distracted, because I'm going through a divorce, because I just lost my job, because I spent all my time working on a contraption that I need a patent for. It's a design for a kid leash that I want to use on the little neighbor boy I'm trying to get custody of. That I was able to notice when I was recovering from my back injury after I slipped and fell at my place of work on January 14, 2022 in Southeast Los Angeles. And also on top of all that, I'm going through an inheritance dispute and I can't sleep because my place has mold. And the people who sold it to me under a false pretense and an advertisement that said this house definitely does not have mold. Do not look in the bathroom. And they targeted and discriminated against me because I'm white. And the papers they made me sign said this house definitely does not have mold. Don't look in the bathroom, but there is mold in the bathroom and I want to kill myself. And the whole thing is making me have upset stomach, nausea, diarrhea, indigestion, depression, anxiety, heartbreak, digestion, and indigestion, and heartbreak, and diarrhea. When all these things happen to me, and I mean all of these things happen to me at once, I call the best lawyers I could find. That's Jacob and Myers and Bronson and Murphy and Colin and Harris and Winkler and Forrest and Johnson and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan at 555555555555552. And they helped me win. Yes, win. $500 billion. Don't deny Conan!
We're here for you!
I'm a real person. And I'm also a real person. We call the law firm... You know what it's called. It's a really... It's a fucking long name.
Say that!
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right. We'll abbreviate their names. We called J&M and B&M and C&H and C&H and W and F and J and J and J and J and B and M and M and J and M and M and J and M and J and M and J and M and J and M. Please help us!
We're here for you!
Leave us alone! They keep wanting us to buy more pistachio ice cream. They say pistachio ice cream helps them win trials. I don't know how, but it keeps being demanded of us.
Buy more pistachio ice cream!
We don't want no more pistachio ice cream! We want you to leave our home! Please help us!
Call 555555555. We're here for you!
Hi, I am not a real person. I'm being sued by Jacob and Myers and Bronson and Murphy and Colin and Harris and Sylvia and Marvius and Winkler and Forrest and Johnson and Johnson and Johnson and Johnson and Bethy and Morgan and Johnson and Johnson and Morgan and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan and Johnson and Morgan. I was driving my ice cream truck delivering 12 gallons of pistachio ice cream when I ran a red light and hit my neighbor who's trying to get custody of my son because I'm trying to get his inheritance. It's a dispute. He's having a heart attack. He's also going through a divorce and he had a low back injury from a fall and slip at work in January 14, 2022 in Southeast Los Angeles. And also, he is not going to be able to do his work anymore because he's too busy making an invention, a child lease contraption trying to get custody of my son. And he is also in the thick of it. He's down there and he's dead because I've targeted and I've discriminated against him because I sold him a house full of mold in the bathroom, and I told him these houses don't have mold, and then I made him sign a paper where I said, this house definitely does not have mold, do not check the bathroom. I'm not a real person. And he wants to kill himself because he is full of indigestion, heartburn, nausea, upset stomach, and diarrhea, and he's hungry and he wants to eat. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to anyone. I don't even exist. I'm actually not a real person. Yo, what are you guys doing here?
We're here for you!